Good morning.
Happy Wednesday.
Happy Wednesday, y'all. This is the WOW podcast, WOWW, Wendy's on Wellness Wednesday. I'm Dr. Wendy Sue. I am an alternative medical practitioner, owner of Freedom Holistic Wellness, co-owner with my husband of Grace and Grove Homestead, author, holistic nutrition specialist, wife, mom, Gigi, lover of Jesus, lover of all things natural. And this is my amazing, gorgeous bestie, Wendy Flournoy.
Hey guys, happy Wednesday. Wendy Flournoy, certified hypnotherapist, herbalist, forager, educator, wife, mom, Gigi, lover of Jesus, lover of all things non-toxic, natural, and God-given.
Amen, sister. Well, we've been off for 2 weeks. We didn't plan to be, but it's how it worked out. We are so glad you're home safe.
Thank you.
I know you're going to share some of what you experienced on your couple of weeks away, but we won't push you to do that right now. We have all been praying for you. I've asked for prayers in my newsletter that I put out last week.
I appreciate all of the support from so many different people that and you and I both believe in the power of prayer.
Amen.
So I don't take it lightly when someone tells me that they're praying.
Oh yeah.
Because I believe in the power of that. And I believe that it's what got me through some of the moments over the last 2 weeks.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, but we have missed being here.
Oh my word. Oh, I'm telling you, Wendy and I did communicate throughout the whole time because we do that. But this is the first time I've seen her face in 3 weeks, and I have missed you terribly. But yeah, it was so important that you be able to have that time away and experience what you did, but we'll share all that for sure. We have got a lot to catch up on, not just you and me, but us with everybody.
That's right.
We've been at this for a year now, girl. I know. Next week it'll be episode 50, which, we have had a couple of weeks off. Otherwise we'd be beyond 52, but I can't believe it. We've been at this for a year. So
I'm always practicing that rigid flexibility.
Praise God for that. We're going to be doing the same next week because I'm going to be with the babies.
That's right.
Going to be there for my grandson's for Carter's 2nd birthday. I cannot.
Oh my gosh, 2 already. Time is just flying. I tell you what.
It is. It's crazy.
Those babies are so cute. I saw where she posted the first day of school pictures.
Oh. They just are so adorable. It's amazing. And just every day when I get to FaceTime them and just seeing their personalities come into life and everything. It's just, I
was so thankful to be back, in time Monday morning, because I had my 5-year-old grandson, Kason, start kindergarten, and my 4-year-old granddaughter, Jade, starting pre-K, but they're both at the same school. So it was wonderful to be able to be there first thing in the morning and watch them get on the bus and all like that. So I love it.
Oh, that's awesome. I'm so glad you were able to be there for that. That's great. You got home in record time. How you drove 1,700 miles in 3 days, girl. I don't know. How
2 days. I left there Friday. I did. I drove 1,700 miles in 2 days because I was home Sunday. I left.
That's right. 48 hours. Yeah.
I left Rapid City, South Dakota at 1:00 Friday afternoon, and I was home Sunday at 2:30 in the afternoon.
Unbelievable.
I'm grateful for that time alone. I had so many people offer to come out and drive home with me. Yes, definitely you were one of them, my husband. And I just felt like I needed that time alone in the car with God. And I think I cried the first 200 miles.
Oh, I bet, honey.
But then I just put on worship music and talked to God, and I really needed that.
Yeah.
It was a tough situation. And for those that don't know, the friend that I took out there to see her daughter and grandchildren was diagnosed with stage 4 aggressive cancer that has spread, and all she wanted to do was see her daughter and grandkids. And we've been friends for 52 years.
Yeah.
And I felt like I needed to make that happen for her. So she is in South Dakota with her daughter and her grandchildren, and she had some complications and got pneumonia and ended up in the hospital. So now she's out and she's with her daughter, and we're just going to keep praying, and God's going to do what God's going to do, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
We have to trust that He is the ultimate master and knows the best.
Yeah, He does. He does. He has plans for her one way or another, and He's in control.
So I want to hear all about what's going on with your detox journey, because I know there are some amazing things happening.
I'm going to tell you, I'm blown away. I've been on this natural path for 13, 14 years now. And no matter how well I have, eaten and all these things, I've never felt this good, girl.
You were absolutely glowing, almost like that pregnancy glow.
Yeah. Well, I promise I'm not pregnant. Lord,
I knew you weren't pregnant, but you have that glow.
Yeah. I feel so. My skin, even when I feel it, has never felt this good.
Nice.
I wore yoga pants yesterday. Girl, do you know me? I do not wear yoga pants. I wore them to Lowe's.
Nice.
I mean, like, if I wear them, it's because I'm going to work out and pray nobody sees me. I hate myself in yoga pants. And that's even at my thinnest weight. But something about the way that my body is shaping up without the extra inflammation is unreal. I mean, it's incredible. I am down. So I know I shared last time, after the water fast, I dropped 13 pounds. I knew some of that would come back because obviously once you start food, but I'm consistently down 11 and a half to 12 pounds now total from the beginning.
Right.
And, I initially went back up to, I probably gained back about 4 of that when I started.
That's not bad for a 5-day water fast, though.
No,
that's not bad at all.
No. And I went right into my smoothie fast, my smoothie and soup fast. I am now on day 27, total fasting, including the 5-day water fast. Tomorrow is my last day of smoothies and soups. Praise Jesus. I'm so ready for a salad. It's so funny, the things that you really miss. And you know me, I turn everything into a salad. I'm like, I just want a daggone salad. I want to crunch on some lettuce.
That actual action of chewing. Yeah.
I miss it. But it really hasn't been hard for me. I think because I chose such a long extended period, it wasn't like I felt myself counting down. It was just like, okay, this is life for now. And I've just been rolling and I've been good. I've had some incredible results that I never anticipated. The spiritual connection, the mental, I mean, like my anxiety and all of that is just lifted. And a lot of that is because of the spiritual connection, because I remember who's in control and that I don't have to figure everything out. Right.
That's right.
Because type A, brain here wants to have everything all figured out, everything written down, everything, just so I, for the first time, and I can't tell you how long, probably decades, am enjoying just the day. Nice. I don't wake up thinking about the next week. I mean, I do, but I don't, it's
different. Yeah. You think about the future and things that need to happen, but not in a stressful anxiety way.
No, I just wake up and I'm like, thank you, Lord, for another day. Get rolling. It's been amazing. The peace I feel.
Yes.
The physical stuff that I've experienced. I mean, I know I shared on Facebook something really embarrassing, but I mean, it's worth sharing.
Right.
Is that, I thought part of aging was just had to start wearing daggone pads all the time, because for the just in case. And I've had to wear them for 2 years. I haven't had them on in 3 weeks at least.
Nice.
Haven't had any problems. I mean, it's just all of a sudden one day I realized, I'm like, why am I putting these things on every day? Because I haven't needed them in a week. And that was, 2 weeks ago.
So your bladder is strengthening.
Yeah.
Nice.
And what I'm assuming is some of the inflammation around my urinary tract clearly was affecting that. Who knew?
Yeah.
I mean, I just assumed it was just, well,
because that's what we've been told, right? We've been told that that's what happens as you age. Well,
right.
Then probably not true now.
Well, you know what started, again, this whole, the spiritual connection and the things that I have thought about through this and I've talked to God about. I'm like, were women in biblical days having to walk around with rags on because they were worried about peeing on themselves? Because I just don't remember, not that they would have talked about all that in the Bible, but I'm just like,
well, they talked about their unclean times.
Right.
I'm assuming was their menstrual cycle period.
Yeah. And it was. But you would think that would have been a thing, and you don't hear about any of that in history, Now, granted, they were a lot stronger than us because they were physically working all the time.
Outside all the time.
Yes. And I will tell you, that is something else I've been doing because I've been really minimizing my supplements because I've had to add some, like for the parasite cleanse, which I'll talk about in a minute. But so I haven't been taking my vitamin D. I've been sitting outside with my laptop in the sun on my porch and working every day. I haven't been working inside. I've been working outside. It hadn't been raining. It's been like a daggone month, although we did get a little bit this morning. I'm very thankful for our garden getting some. But I've literally sat outside and worked every single day. So I've been getting the vitamin D naturally.
It makes a tremendous difference.
Yep. I've been grounding every day. That helps.
I did a lot of that in South Dakota.
Mm-hmm.
The earth energy there is different.
I'm sure.
I think I told you, I found a bunch of wormwood.
You sent me a picture. I was like, I'm gonna need you to bring that home.
I did. I foraged a whole bunch and I laid them out on towels in the hotel room to let them dry.
That's awesome.
So I came home with a bunch of South Dakota wormwood.
Good. Well, that has been in my parasite cleanse. And I'm all about doing everything with food and minimizing the supplements. Yes. I have got to give it to this product I've been using. It is incredible. The results I've had from the parasite cleanse. Never would have imagined. And I had a couple of, I told you I had that really bad nightmare that one night.
Yeah.
Before the parasite cleanse, when I was still detoxing, I had a couple of super high emotional days. And it's really incredible when you watch your body go through this and realize, wow, okay, this isn't normal for me. So take a step back. But
what is happening? Kind of take inventory, because especially when you notice that you're normal.
Oh yeah. Well,
it always reminds me of the caterpillar and the butterfly.
Yeah.
Kind of going through the dark transformation before you come out with wings.
Yes. Well, it was a rough few days there, pre-parasite cleanse, where I had a lot of neurotoxins leaving my body.
Yeah.
Because that's what was happening. I was doing the home lymphatic, stuff like the dry brushing, and I've been drinking my liver support tea to support, all of that. I've been doing my castor oil packs. I've been doing foot soaks, with magnesium and everything. But to actually experience something like that, where I was like, this is not me. I mean, Bill, one Sunday afternoon, and you wouldn't think I'd be like that on a Sunday because I'm on such a high from church. He went to go run some errands. He called me and I was inconsolable. Ooh. And Jacob was here. Jacob was off doing his own thing. He didn't know I was in the barn. Oh. And Bill rushed home and he's like, "Are you okay?" I mean, I was a wreck, and that's so not me.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Kirsty called me during that time, and she was like, "Mom, I gotta go," because she had the babies and she didn't want them to see me like that.
Yeah.
I was bad, and it was just clearly stuff, toxins leaving my body. I mean, it's unbelievable what holds on to your, all parts of your body. I mean,
Yes.
it's incredible.
Yes.
And this parasite cleanse has been very eye-opening because I didn't think I'd have much results. Well, I ain't getting too graphic on here, but just know 100% have had results. But let me tell you, I will never, ever, ever recommend it to somebody who just wants to pop some daggone supplements and have the results.
No.
I know how I feel about that because it's
Well, you can't, because you risk doing more harm than good.
the
If you just jump into a parasite cleanse, you more than likely are going to get so sick.
yes.
Because it will kill the parasites and then they will stay in your body, and the toxins from that will make you so sick. So I never recommend just jumping into a parasite cleanse.
I will absolutely. I talk to people all the time that are like, they just want a daggone pill. And I'm sorry. If you're working with me, you're going to attack it with food first.
Yep.
And then when appropriate, we add the pills. And I have a method to my madness, y'all. I don't want to make you sick. I want it to be effective. And not to mention this protocol. Now I'm going to be sharing with the people that, that are walking through this with me, a food-based one that they can do. It's so much easier in the case of parasite cleanse to take the supplements.
Yeah. It takes a little bit longer with food, but that's why I collected all the wormwood.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I'm gonna do and I am in the process of collecting black walnut hull.
Good.
Green has to be green in order for it to be effective for a parasite cleanse. But I'll be making that and testing that out, but never just jump into straight to a parasite thing. No matter whether you do it even with just food. You have to have open pathways first.
Yep. I went for a lymphatic massage with Rebecca.
Yeah.
And that helped a lot. As a matter of fact, that was the only day I had any side effects.
Right. These things were opening up.
Yes. I had some nausea that day. And that was the night I had the crazy nightmare of the copperhead that, Lord, y'all, let me tell you something. The worst thing in the world, praise God, I don't get many. I mean, I can't tell you the last time I had a nightmare or even really had major vivid dreams, and that's one of the things they say on day 8 or 9 of the parasite cleanse, you can have vivid dreams. Well, I figured, I haven't been having symptoms, so I probably won't experience that either. Well, it was day 7 that I got the lymphatic massage.
Okay.
And it was day 7 into day 8, I think it was, if I'm remembering correctly, that I had this horrible nightmare. And because of my 20 years of ER and trauma nursing, not only was I having to deal with the fact that I got bit by a copperhead in the chicken coop and had to keep reliving that, but then I had to boss around everybody who wasn't doing the protocol right on making sure they saved my life. And I'm like, this is miserable. I was working in my dream. I mean, I'm making sure they're all doing everything, questioning everything they're doing. It was terrible. Horrible.
Isn't it funny how our body processes things out, though?
Yeah.
And it's all connected. Your spiritual, your mental, your emotional, your physical, it's all connected. And when you're processing out junk, whether it's inflammation or toxins or whatever it is, you're going to feel some kind of way. But when you do it properly with mainly food, or fasting, or in the right order, your side effects from doing these things are going to be so much less.
Oh my gosh. I mean, like I was prepared for something horrible because I'm sensitive to supplements anyway, which is one of the reasons I don't love taking a bunch of them. Other than the first day,
those things so naturally.
yeah,
You know?
exactly. Other than the first day that I had I just felt a little off. And
Yeah.
I figured that was because my body was getting used just to the supplements in general. Other than that, I mean, that one day that I had the lymphatic massage, I had a little bit of nausea and the weird dream that night. But other than that, I mean, I had zero other side effects.
How wonderful is that?
Oh,
I mean, I love
when
that.
I've heard the nightmare stories of people doing parasite cleanse, I was really prepared. I was like, this is not going to be a fun.
I have seen, yeah, I'm the same. I've seen the stories and heard people say about how sick they got.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, well, it's not supposed to be like that. I mean, you have things that will tell you that you're on the right track and that it is working and things like that, but if you're doing it right, you are not supposed to be sick.
If you're going into it with a healthy microbiome,
yes,
and your gut can accept what it is needing to do because your gut is already healthy.
right.
And that's why I did that detox first. I didn't start the parasite cleanse until after 12 full days of detox. It was 5 days of the water fast and then 7 days of the smoothie and soup fast.
Which is probably best anyway to make the parasites come out more.
Yeah.
Because if you're depleting things that they're nourishing on, then that's gonna make them come out more.
Exactly. You don't want the sugars. You don't. Yep. I don't do processed foods. I don't do. The main thing I had to change was I will sometimes do higher sugar fruits. I made sure not to do that. I made sure the soup I made at the beginning of my cleanse had potatoes in it because our neighbor brought us a bunch. And I tend to like to make, just hodgepodge soups with all kinds of stuff I have on hand. I had to get through that before the parasite cleanse because you don't want them to have any added starch or sugar or anything like that to feed on.
Yeah.
But, oh my gosh, the fact that I had, if I didn't have symptoms and I didn't have results, I would have been like, okay, well, that was a waste of time. Right. I had major results and no symptoms. So also another bonus, if you do go the route of choosing the supplemental route, they tell you to do this for 30 days. You don't need to do this for 30 days if you are well detoxed. The reason why they do that is because you're going to need extra work to get your gut right, to make sure your gut is in the right, like I said, the healthy microbiome to be able to process what all it needs to do. And so it can take a full month. For me, I'm going to be able to take that $230 supplemental bundle that I bought for this and spread it out over 2. And if I'd really thought about it ahead of time, I could have spread it out over 3 different, cleanses.
Okay.
So I'm only doing it for 13 days because I timed it with the end of my smoothie fast. But if you do it right, you really only need it for about 10.
Yeah.
So, talk about a money savings just on that alone because you detox properly.
That's right.
To me, feeling better is the real selling point of it. But definitely the fact that that it's a huge money savings, and we're thrifty girls, that meant a lot to me.
Money and time, because I've seen some parasite cleanse protocols that it will cost you thousands and thousands of dollars, and it takes a year.
Yes.
And I'm like, I don't understand that.
No. Not necessary. Not necessary.
No.
Even significant overgrowth, if you are or significant infestation, if you are well detoxed, at most I would see 15 days. But yeah,
well, because it does even getting your gut biome into a place where it can handle all that is not going to take a year.
No. No, 100% not. So that has been amazing.
Yeah.
I'm starting my gallbladder flush, which I have done multiple times, starting that on Friday.
Okay.
Also, some of the people that have been walking through this with me also having incredible results.
Nice.
So that's been really cool. I mean, I shifted things around a little bit. I was going to start my heavy metal detox on Friday, and I started thinking about it. Heavy metal detoxes work so well when you have better bile flow. And so why not do the gallbladder flush first? And I already know it works well. I'm adding in some digestive bitters just to see how it works for me.
Bitters are wonderful.
and it's a tincture, and it's something that I've been telling everybody, you don't need it for this to be an effective flush, because I've done this flush multiple times on myself and with lots of clients and have never had anything but tremendous success.
Yes.
But I'm adding that in just to be more supportive of my of the bowel flow, and so that I can hopefully, I'm going to see if I notice a difference. You know.
Yeah, that'll be interesting.
Yeah,
we'll be experimenting.
Yes. But one of the amazing revelations I had through all this, I've shared this on social media, and I'll share it here and shared it to my email list and everybody, is, we talked actually 3 weeks ago about the word distraction and just how that has just been laying so heavy on me. Well, early last week, I guess it was, God said, you know what? That's your business too. This is distraction everywhere. And I started thinking about, in my effort to want to be all things to all people, I had created so many different programs so that, if you want more time with me, pick this. If you want, just the standard effective program, pick this. If you want a mentor, pick this. If you want, this, I just had all these options. And I think in my effort of wanting to be there for all price points and for all people, it created confusion and was too much of a distraction.
I struggle with the same thing myself.
And
because we're that heart servant like that.
Yeah. And so I decided that everything is going to filter through a new 12-week streamline program.
Nice.
It's going to be what I'm calling the 12-week personalized healing pathway. I mean, you want to talk, God said, let's do this. And I jumped. I mean, the website's already updated. I do have, for anybody that signs up in August, I do have a $200 discount. I also did this because I felt like I needed a more affordable option that has available add-ons to give you more if you feel like you need it, but something more affordable, because my lowest cost program before was almost $2,000 and very worth it. And everybody has tremendous success in it. But I was like, I need to shorten it and I need to streamline it for the individual and make it more affordable. So this one at 12 weeks is going to be normally $14.97. In August, it's going to be $12.97 if you sign up. Nice. And anybody who signs up this month, not only do you get the $200 off, but you also can pick your start date anywhere in between September 22nd and December 29th. Nice. So if you know that you are like, don't even want to think about it between now and the end of the holidays, and you want to get the discount now, this is the time to do it. We'll put you on the books for December 29th. I don't have a problem doing that. But the cool thing about this is going to be for people of all, because it's so personalized, people of any starting point. I'm going to be meeting you where you are. Yeah. So somebody that is super unhealthy is going to have one pathway where we are going to really get you detoxed. We're going to, focus on teaching you all about clean eating and just the healthy lifestyle, and encourage you in that way. Do, trigger food testing, find out what foods might be causing inflammation, all that stuff. If somebody has been working with me for 5 years and they are already on it, but they need a big overhaul, like what I've been doing for myself, I'm going to walk them through what I've been doing, and it's going to be personalized for everybody. It doesn't mean you got to fast for 28 days and all that, but I'm going to walk people through exactly what they need in that 12-week period. And I think it's just going to be a real game changer for people.
I think so too. Because yeah, I love it. I love that you are obedient when God tells you to do something.
Thank you. I can't.
I know how hard that is for us sometimes because a lot of times we think we know better, that we can do better, and sometimes we act like we give it to him, and then we pull the string back and say,
Oh,
you're not doing it fast enough.
I have held on to so many balloon strings, I can't even begin to tell you. It's
Same.
terrible. It's
Same.
terrible.
And, you know, the more that I hand it over to him, the easier it's getting.
Isn't that true?
So we're just going to have to continue to practice.
Yeah.
Letting him do what he does.
Yeah. And thank God he has so much mercy and grace, because
Absolutely.
I can just picture him so many times up there just smiling and going, here we go again. All right.
What's that old joke? You know how to make God laugh? Tell him your plans.
Yes. Yes. Oh my gosh. That is 100% factual. But yeah, it's just been one of the most beautiful 4 weeks nearly that I have ever experienced. And it's because my body is healthy and open to healing in all aspects.
And it's working the way it was made to work. When you're doing all of this, it's just God made us perfectly.
Yeah.
Right. We messed it up.
Yes.
Humans messed it up. So it's like when you get to the point where you're resetting everything to as God intended, your body knows exactly what to do and how to take care of itself.
Oh yeah. And you know, I keep bringing up the word distraction. Y'all, that's a powerful word. If you really pay attention to what is causing you distraction. Yes. I mean, I'll give you some examples. My Fitbit, no more, gone. That was probably hurting my sleep more than it was ever helping, because I looked to that as my idol.
To tell us, because I found myself doing the same thing with my watch. You know, I wear it while I sleep. Why? So I can know how much I slept. So listening to you get rid of the Fitbit is kind of encouraging me to let go of the watch at night. I will be able to tell how I slept.
Yes.
Without my watch telling me.
You don't need a dumb little machine that's putting extra EMFs in your body while you're sleeping, telling you that you're sleeping okay. But it was so funny. That was something I decided on day 1 of the fast
to get rid of.
I was literally driving, and I don't know if y'all's Fitbits do this. Does it ever ask you if you're stressed out? Oh my gosh. It drove me nuts, because it would forever give me some little warning. Are you having stress? We noticed a difference in something that, 10 minutes ago. Dude, I walked from the car to the grocery store. The only thing stressing me out is you.
Now, my car did that on the way from South Dakota back to Virginia. Every few hours, it'd be like, keep your hands on the wheel. And I'm like, my hands are on the wheel. And it was like, driver rest recommended.
My goodness. Yeah, it's too intrusive. And so I literally, that day, it was day 1 of the water fast, and I just took it in my car and I went, boop, and I threw it right in the seat next to me. And I said, I'm done with you. And I have not put it back on.
How freeing is that?
Oh, it's been amazing. And you know what? Because of all this, y'all know my sleep has been an ongoing pain point for me. 8 to 9 hours every night. Have you ever heard me say that?
No, that's amazing. I love it. I love it. Well, since I've been home, I've been averaging 8, which is unheard of, because I think I have just gone so many years at 6, that when it's like when I get 7 or 8, I'm like, oh, it's amazing.
Yes. Oh my gosh. When we were talking about this a year ago or less even, it's like my body was totally used to 5 to 6.
Yep.
And I was struggling. Just give me 7. Just give me 7. Yeah. And according to my Fitbit, I was maybe, when I got to my best months, maybe probably not even half, probably 10 out of the 30 nights in the month, I might have hit 7. Yeah. But that was still huge for me. I was like, wow, I'm actually seeing 7 more. Now, literally, since I have gotten rid of that thing and gone through this detox, 8 to 9 hours, it's incredible. So, I mean, I just feel so, I can't even explain it. It's just, I feel like I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be and not constantly trying to figure out this puzzle. Like I'm just, I'm just healthy and it's wonderful. And it's so shocking because I thought I already was,
Yeah. Yeah.
and
Yeah,
it's
because I would say you're the healthiest person that I know.
well,
Sure.
I thought I already was,
And saying. So it's been very encouraging to watch you go through this because to know that, this is a constant journey.
Yeah.
To reset and get our bodies to where God intended. And it's like when you think that you know it all, God's going to show you don't,
And and other distractions, one of the big things that I recognized in that word distraction is how much us feeling poorly is a distraction from him.
Absolutely.
When you are constantly thinking about the pain you're in, when you're constantly thinking about your gut being upset, you feeling off, you feeling sluggish, fatigued, not having energy. If you're focused there, your focus isn't up there. Your focus isn't on him. And that is a game changer when you actually can remove that distraction.
Well, because if you're going through all of that, you can't focus on anything else.
No.
You're only focused on surviving.
Yes, exactly. Exactly. Your fight or flight is elevated, all of that. And that's another thing. I've spent we all do, especially since the internet age. We were not created to be in fight or flight mode.
No.
We average 85% of our time in fight or flight mode.
And I tell my hypnosis clients that all the time. I spend more time de-hypnotizing people than hypnotizing them because the world we live in is constant hypnosis.
Yes. Yes. I mean, something else I did, I set a timer on my phone for social media. Years ago, I got a second phone so that I could shut it off when I needed to shut it off anyway, and just have it for the kids and those closest to me, if they needed to reach me. But the my work phone, I would still notice that I go on there to do something for work, and 3 hours later, what the heck am I doing? So I set
it's so easy the way the internet is and the phones are. It's so easy just to get sucked in, no matter if it's social media, other distractions, games, whatever. Even just researching things, because I can go in to research something and the same thing. 3 hours have gone by because I've gone into all these rabbit holes.
Yes. Same. So I have set a 2-hour time limit for social media. And that's more than enough. I don't even hit it anymore. My first couple of days I did it, it would shut me off. It would be like, boom, you're done. I'm like, what? Maybe I need more time. No. Now I don't even hit that shut off point because I've retrained my body, to not sit there and scroll mindlessly, because you know what? I might need to post something for work later.
Yes.
But yeah, it's been incredible just recognizing the areas of my life that needed an overhaul. And I eliminated all the games off my phone the day before I started all this.
I had to eliminate the games because I was using that as an excuse to decompress.
Same.
And you and I both recognize that when you're playing those little games, and they call them mind games, okay, to keep your mind strong and all like that, which I think is total crap. On those games, it blocks out your clock.
Yeah.
You cannot tell how long you're playing. And next thing you know, it's hours gone by of mindless games.
Yes. 100%. If you want to strengthen your mind, grab one of those old-fashioned books with a crossword puzzle or Sudoku
read.
or read. Exactly. Exactly. So yeah, this has been an amazing journey. I'm so excited to see what the full 60 days is going to be like.
Me too. I love watching it. I love hearing about it. I love hearing your experience and seeing your changes.
Yeah.
And you are glowing, and I love it.
All glory to God, because I'm telling you,
that's right.
It's been quite a wild ride, and I'm just thrilled. I can't wait to be able to share, to offer this to the world, because it is, I have
needed. It's the knowledge and the experience is needed for so many of us.
Yeah. Yeah. I can't explain when you go into something like this and you already, I've already lived a healthy life, and so, or a healthy lifestyle. And so I just didn't expect the just overwhelming, obvious differences. Like, I knew I'd have some differences. I shared with everybody about things, when we moved into the house. I've been not drinking our water because I'm concerned about the glyphosates that are running off from the field behind us. And I think that was part of my problem. We ended up adding a dehumidifier, and that has drastically helped. I am going to do a mold and mycotoxin detox on myself at the end of the 60 days. That's going to be what I kind of finish up with. I think the heavy metal detox is going to be really powerful for me, just because of all the fillings I've had since childhood and all the metal in my body from,
not only that, but just our environment, period. Everything that we're exposed to. These are detoxes that I think every single one of us need.
100%.
Just because of our environment alone. And then if you're someone who is still in the processed food world, that just compounds and adds so much.
And one thing I was looking into, because I was like, well, I already eat so healthy, how much do I need to change when I go through the heavy metal detox?
Yeah.
One of the things that I do, though I do eat organic every chance I get, I don't bat an eye if organic isn't available and I just need to get something, because I eat so much organic. I figure, oh, what's the big deal? That's where a lot of our metals are coming from, because of the garbage being sprayed.
Yes.
Again, could be in my well because of the runoff from all the crap being sprayed behind me. So it is absolutely everywhere. And the stuff there, the cloud seeding and all is all metal based, or what is it? Is it aluminum or mercury? I can't remember.
Aluminum, and they're discovering other things that they're using, but definitely aluminum.
So, I got rid of a lot of that stuff in my kitchen a long time ago and used nothing but cast iron, which isn't a problem for heavy metals. In fact, it's actually good for you.
That's
but,
right.
But it is really eye-opening when you look into all of the different places that we can get it. And I got my blood work done through Function Health, which I highly recommend. If you all need a welcome code or anything like that, let me know, because huge. That was another game changer for me last year. First time I got that blood work done, and having just my eyes open to all of the things that conventional medicine will never show you. And surprisingly, my heavy metal numbers were fine. However, a heavy metal detox gets them from your tissues. If your heavy metal numbers are high in your blood, that is because it is oozing from your tissues and everything, and you are in bad shape. That doesn't mean you don't have a need for a heavy metal detox. So, I'm looking forward to seeing how much that changes as that gets pulled from my tissues, my brain, everything. So
nice.
Might have another couple grumpy days, warning you both.
Nope. I'm saying you're going to come through smooth sailing. You're going to be good.
Praying so. Anyway, girl, I know that we have got to watch the clock. So tell me what your week is looking like?
I am playing catch up from being
I bet
gone
you
for
are.
12 days. I had my dear husband, love him. I always do the freeze drying stuff. So
Uh-huh.
I had elderberries out the yin yang, and I was trying to get everything done before I left, but I wasn't able to. So I left things in the freezer that needed to go in the freeze dryer, and there was elderberries in the freeze dryer. So God love him. He took care of things for me and was calling. I was like, okay, it's done. What do I need to do?
Oh,
I was walking through him on the phone trying to get the elderberries out of the freeze dryer and how to pack them and things like that. So I'm still playing catch up with elderberries. My girlfriend Marty pruned her rosemary bushes, and I ended up with a freezer full of rosemary that needs to be done. So the freeze dryer is working overtime, trying to catch up. I now have figs coming in out the wazoo.
oh my goodness.
So we're just playing catch up this week. I was telling Wendy before we went live that anything that came up around the yard this year on its own, I have let go and just let it grow. So I had 4 different green bean plants come up.
I love that.
So out back of my house, up my telephone wire against my house, I now have a green bean stalk.
I love that.
And at the fence by one of the elderberries, I have a green bean stalk that's growing into one of the elderberry trees. And now I have green beans coming in.
That's the best. I love those volunteer plants.
I do too. They've been so amazing, and I've had so many zinnias come up this year on their own, and hummingbirds galore. And I don't have a single hummingbird feeder.
Wow, that's awesome. I've had a lot too, and I don't have a hummingbird feeder up this year either.
Yeah, how's your wildflower patch doing?
It's doing good. I won't plant it with buckwheat next year, even though I like the succession, but the buckwheat stays dead and tall. And so I think it's shadowed too much of the rest of them. But what's coming up has been beautiful. The Cosmos, the Black-Eyed Susans. Haven't had a lot of zinnia or clover, which really surprised me. I've seen the clover leaves. Haven't seen any blooms from the crimson clover that I planted.
Okay.
But the nice thing is buckwheat is an annual. So I'll be able to, when we mow it down the end of this year, hopefully all these things will come back next year because I planted a bunch of perennial flowers.
Yeah, the perennials will come back, and then you can add more perennials or add some annuals in there, you know?
Yeah. But yeah, it's been awesome. And but the hummingbirds have loved that. They've loved the mimosa. They've loved even our petunias. I've been watching them all over the place.
Nice.
So yeah, they've really been active here too.
Nice. I love it. I love that. I love just to watch nature, just take care of itself and just watch what happens.
Yeah.
I know in going across South Dakota is Interstate 90. And it is nothing but rolling hills and fields. And it was the most beautiful thing because for like 100 miles, there's nothing but sunflower fields.
Oh my word.
It was gorgeous. It was absolutely gorgeous. I tried my best to get pictures, and they just don't do it justice. That is something I think everyone should experience, is just being surrounded by that many sunflower fields.
That's awesome. I bet that was gorgeous.
It was amazing. I'm so grateful because every time that I felt like I really needed God with me, he was. And he made sure that I wasn't going to miss it. So things like that just kind of, you just know, you just feel, thank you, God.
Yeah.
I know that was you.
Yeah. I mean, just anybody that looks outside and sees all the beauty and doesn't realize who created that.
Yes.
You're missing out. They're really missing out. So, I love that for you, that you got to experience that.
Yes. So I'm just asking y'all to please continue to pray for my friend Michelle.
Absolutely.
Pray for my friend Marty. She, her and her sisters lost their brother, just quick like. Pray for my friend Stephanie, who's recovering from surgery, and pray for my friend Wendy as she gets through the rest of this detox.
Thank you. We will be on the road on Monday, me and my mama. We are going to go real early so we can stop and see her sister, who
cool.
is going to be they're on the way. We pass them, Auntie Susie and Uncle Freddie. We're going to stop and see them, but we're going to spend 8 days in Tennessee, and then I will come home for a whopping 2 days before Bill and I head to the Outer Banks with our family. Nice. And get a great week at the beach. Let's hope no hurricanes. Tis the season. I was seeing that Hurricane Aaron is coming through, but not quite close enough to do anything, any major damage. A little bit of flooding probably, but they're used to that there.
Yes. Could have been so much worse. I've been praying a lot that that thing just turn out to sea and don't harm anybody.
Yes, exactly. But I think on our next episode, we'll talk about this fall garden revelation that I've been experiencing.
Sounds good. Which we will be pre-recording.
Yes.
Since Wendy's going to be off celebrating grandbaby birthdays.
Yes. I'm gonna we'll have that posted next Wednesday, but it will be pre-recorded. The following week will be live, but then the week after will be recorded again because we'll be in the Outer Banks. So bear with us as we wrap up the end of this summer and get to spend time with family and all that kind of stuff. But you're still gonna get good quality stuff from us.
That's right. We always have a lot going on and a lot to share.
Yes, we do. All right. Well, I hope you guys have an amazing week. We will see you all next week. And as always, Wendy's on wellness at gmail.com. Reach out to us with any questions, any comments, any topics you'd like us to cover. We're going to start rolling back into our topics. I know today was more just what we've been experiencing in our life over the last 3 weeks since y'all haven't seen us. But we love to hear your recommendations, and we will build shows around them. So,
right.
All right. You guys have an awesome week. Mwah! Be well.